Welcome to another video here on the John Doc YouTube channel. We're up here in the frozen tundra of Pennsylvania. This is day 2 of steady snow, and it's supposed to go on to full day 3. We got storm work popping off. Me and Matt are up here. We're trying to make it to Kocher chassis. The drive last night, we were gonna film a video, like a Q&A, like answer all your questions from the last couple videos, and it was too serious.
Yeah, we got in, came up on a wreck.
Came up on a wreck. A tractor trailer rolled over on the car. It was
had to jump out and help them.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. So everyone stay safe out there. We got guys rolling to do some storm work right now. As soon as we get done dropping the car off, there's some more work right there. As soon as we get done dropping the car off, we are going to we're gonna head back down there and probably get to work. But we got like a 15-mile trek. It's probably a full, what do you say, what, 10 inches of snow?
Yeah, or more.
Maybe 12, maybe a good old dagwood, a foot long of snow. And yeah, this is just from, we got in last night at like 11, and just from 11 till now it's actually starting to snow pretty good. So we're gonna try to get up to Bob's. Bob lives in Hunlock Creek, Pennsylvania. That's where his shop is. So we're gonna go out in the sticks a little bit and see if we can make it out there, drop the truck off, and then head on back. I got my boots on. I look like Matt with my big old boots. Look at that thing. Yeah.
New boot goofing.
New boot goofing. So yeah, this is gonna suck, but look at, we got our strobe lights on flashing, so hell yeah, brother. And oh, the trailer is just like, here, come look at the trailer. It's just like an icy mess.
It's a trailer sickle.
My truck is smoked. Look at the tailgate. We had to stop and dig all the snow out of there. Look at the Gen Y hitch is a monster.
Gen Y hitch is hitchsicle.
Yes, that is a hitchsicle right there. And then you got this stuff here. Yeah, I mean, that's just solid ice.
Good thing we got the Gen Y, because the tongue weight's probably like 7,000 pounds right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. This fell off it last night.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's like crusty too. So, all right, we're gonna head to Bob's.
So, frozen cow trailer. It's like a frozen milkshake.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. All right, we're gonna get in the warm truck. We gotta clean it off, and then go to Bob's. All right, guys. We are here. It's like a snowy tundra outside, but we are back at Kocher Chassis. Bob, it has been a while. It's been like
too long.
It's been like 2 or 3 years since we've had you on the channel. So for those of you guys that don't know Bob, this is Bob here at Kocher Chassis. You guys have heard me talking about it quite a bit, and Bob actually helped me get my start and really like get into racing. Did the revision of the Calmero cage, which is what's in there now, and it is, I think it's one of the reasons why the car works so well. It's why I was able to be successful, and it's coming full circle. We're back here at Kocher Chassis. They do all of your, what do you do, turbo kit fabrication?
Oh, we do everything.
Everything here, and they're gonna be doing some badass chassis work on the Colorado. So we're gonna talk about what we got going on today. We got Matt with us here. He's gonna be behind the camera a little bit, and we're just gonna talk to Bob, go over kind of a game plan of what he's gonna do, throw out some trick ideas there. And this is going to be our chariot for no prep racing, doing a little bit of, you know, Friday night grudge shootout, running the 252 list. This is going to be our workhorse here on the channel, and there's no better place to get a good chassis than Kocher Chassis and Restoration. So their link's going to be in the description below. If you're tire kicker, save them the time. Don't call here and be like, hey, I want a cage for $7, because it's a little bit more than $7. And all right, well, let's get into today's video. Look at this. We got Matt doing fancy intros now. All right. So, Bob, brought you a pretty much stock Colorado here and a bunch of parts. We're going to do 4-link back half and factory floors, factory front style suspension, and you're going to make it all happen. So, what happens from here? Where are we going here next?
Oh, we're going to get rid of a lot of weight here. Start with a cage, cut the frame off. I guess you guys have to keep stock back so far.
Yep, we have to keep factory frame all the way to the 4-link bracket.
There, from there back will be tube chassis, fabricated rear, lighten it up, make it real safe and real fast for you. Safe
and fast is important. We got a bare Fab 9 housing, which is per your request with the tubes long. So you here do pretty much all of that. You don't order a rear end. You're going to put all the 4-link brackets on there, anti-roll brackets, build the entire rear end for it.
Yep, rear will be built custom to this truck.
And then, so you'll do that. We'll order up some axles and brakes, and then we'll get the wheel set in there. I brought you 2 sets of wheels, some 12-inch wide wheels, which we'll run like a slick on, and then I got a set of 14-inch wide wheels that we are going to run radial on. What are your thoughts on? Now, you just did a truck. You did a full-size truck, so a little bit more room. So you're definitely well versed in what's got to go on back here. just cut the floor or cut the bed out and just run bed sides pretty much?
That's what I would do. I would get rid of everything back here. We don't need it. We're going to put a wider tire on it, so
no clearance issues going back and forth between a 12-inch wide, 14-inch wide. We should be good to go.
Nope. You'll be able to put a big tire on it if you want.
Okay. Here, let's settle down, Bob. We're not running a big. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I mean, other than that the back half stuff, I guess, is it easier to do a back half on a truck than a car because you just cut it out, or?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. Back half's a back half.
So when I'm gonna run like a big tonneau cover out over it, when you open it up and look down in it, it's probably gonna look very race car.
Yes, you're gonna see a lot of beautiful work.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna be going everywhere with the damn tonneau cover open now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a mirror in it like a show truck.
Yeah.
I got some other little goodies here: a quarter max anti-roll bar. I got a wishbone for it, and then I got like a parachute mount and a couple other odds and end things. Obviously, hopefully, I got some of the correct parts. Obviously, I need some more little odds and ends stuff. Parachute mount, what's your thought? I'm gonna hit you with a curveball here with a recessed parachute in the bed.
Never thought of that.
I mean, listen, if we're here, then we wouldn't be able to. We were talking about running two different tailgates.
Yep. Have the one tailgate to where it's full of lead, and the other tailgate to where it's the radial tailgate.
But I don't know. Maybe one recessed tailgate, like a recessed parachute mount in the tail. That might be something that's tricked.
Well,
it is an air launcher, so it's like low profile.
You could just sleeve it with a piece of tube and then mount the parachute directly to the tailgate.
We could. Are we gonna have a functional tailgate? Do you leave them functional on, like, you just did Jason's truck, right? Which was like a full size.
Yes, that's non-functional.
Non-functional.
Yep.
This one, I mean,
I would say no.
okay, we don't need a functional.
We don't need a.
No one try to put the tailgate down.
Are we gonna haul anything in it?
Just ass. We're gonna haul ass. That's it.
Well, we don't need a tailgate to open the haul ass.
I got a third member here. I got a motor plate and mid plate. If you guys remember in the video when we were working on the truck, getting it ready for the burnout contest, we made a little like mock-up motor plate on there just because it had a blower, and the blower had to run with the motor plate, so I couldn't just bolt it right to the LS. So we got some stands up there for the motor plate, but they're ugly. You'll probably want to cut them off, and yeah. So we got you a fresh motor plate. The truck's never had a mid plate on it before, so you'll do that. And then I guess we're talking about how much cage work do we need, or how many bars. Obviously, one thing that you do is you want the cage to be safe, but you also want it to be like rigid, so it's not flexing and everything going down.
We don't want a soft pretzel.
No. So what are you thinking, like bar wise and cert wise? I know we were talking like 750, 60.
Yeah, we'll probably 750 or 60, depending on when we get up there and see where we can get bars.
So we're gonna leave the stock frame in there, so everyone at home that like gets worried, like, oh, it's a pro mod, like factory front suspension, which is it's ugly suspension. I mean, I got like stock control arms.
That's just.
There's nothing I could do for that just yet. I might have to come back and build me some custom control arms. So factory front suspension, factory firewall, factory floors. We're gonna keep the glass in it.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to keep the glass in it.
And then we should be good to go. So that'll be pretty tricky.
We want to keep this beautiful appearance here.
I gotta make it a little bit nicer so it'll look good with a Kocher sticker on the side of it. I can't put a bumper sticker on like a piece of shit. You gotta put a bumper sticker on a Bentley. We'll have to do some work there, but cage wise, for everyone at home, like all the 750-60 stuff, it's gonna have like the driver containment area.
Yes, funny car cage,
single frame
door X's, dash bar, everything you need to be safe.
And then as far as underneath, like a lot of people don't see, we're just gonna have different bracing, tubular transmission cross member.
Tubular transmission cross member. We'll have the frame X underneath, back to our 4-link.
I should say removable transmission cross member. That is very good. Don't have to cut the floor out to get it out. Right. So this is yeah, I mean, I think this is, I said in one of my other videos I want to be able to go 450s with it, which I think, a chassis like that and seeing the work
I think that'll be.
Yeah, we're going to can we take a stroll in there and check out some of the other stuff?
Okay.
Bob's like hammering out some of like the nicest stuff, and you got a Camaro in there, you're working on a Mustang in there right now. You got a couple Camaros in there.
Yep.
And then this thing's up next. So I'm trying not to bug you too much, but I definitely want to come back like in the process stage to see it all cut up, because I know it's like terrifying when you look at it and everything's all cut up and there's not any bars in there. You're like, well, this isn't going to end well. But the cage and the cow is like spectacular. I have a bunch of people riding the car and they all say, man, this cage fits so good, and the fit and finish on it is awesome.
This is going to be the same way.
That's why.
Other than the funny car cage, you won't know there's a cage in it.
That's gonna be awesome. So I did leave you a little bit of work. I left the factory seat in there, so you're gonna have to unbolt that, and the dash is held down by maybe 4 or 5 bolts.
Factory column.
Factory column. Yeah, I did cut the steering column. So
Yeah, I gotta push it around now.
yeah, I'm sorry, but hey, I did wipe it down. So it was
It's been clean. It's been clean.
I mean, we're good here.
Yeah.
So all right, well, we'll take a look at some of the other cars in here. Kind of give us a walkthrough. I know you got some trick stuff on some of those cars. All right, so we're here, Bob. Is this your Camaro? What's the deal with this one?
Yeah, this is a car that I'm building for myself. I drive for Glenny, a buddy of mine. This will be a Pro Charge car.
Big Pro Charger guy.
Big Pro Charger.
I brought the box. I'd like to say I did bring the box back.
The box is back, so we can send it back if we need to.
What's the setup? What's the rundown? What are y'all doing to this thing?
This will be a big tire, 6.0 serted deal. Run some 10.5 stuff with it too.
Now, I see it's got a lot of carbon on it.
Yeah, light. We want to be light.
Lightweight.
Lightweight.
All right, so 10.5 stuff, big tires, wheelie bar. I mean, you do run some like the Street Outlaws, the No Prep King
some
stuff.
of the No Prep King stuff.
Is that what you'll run this in
yeah,
also?
that's what we'll run this with too. That's why we steel roofing quarters, follow their rules, you know.
Oh, it is steel roofing quarters. Got carbon doors, carbon front end. So this is a real deal race car. Talking about the Race Tech seat, is that you were making fun of my Kirky seat?
No, there's nothing better than a Race Tech seat.
Oh, God.
Safety is key.
Okay, so
I can't specify that enough.
should I purchase a Race Tech seat? Is that
I would.
Matt?
Yes.
What do you think about my Kirky seat?
The Kirky's not bad, but the Race Tech, you get a lot of advantages to where the most of the time you have to run the ISP padding, where the Race Tech seat has padding around your head. It's a lot more comfortable, so if you're in the staging lanes for a while, they have different, I think Bob's got one, a bladder in the back to where you can get strapped in, pump the bladder up, make yourself really contained in there. So
I'm just outdated.
I think that the Race Tech seat, safety-wise, will be a lot safer than the Kirky.
I got the carburetor of seats.
And
Yeah,
comfort. You're going to get comfort.
Well, you
Yes.
don't want to be falling asleep in there. And you still cut a good light sitting in one of those?
Yeah, of
All
course
right.
you do. Of course you do.
I'll have to wake John up. Hey, John, time to go.
All right, can we take a look? I know you have a door on the other side. We'll take a look in here. There's just, and this is what a 6.0 cert car will look like. Double frame rail, bars everywhere. Look at the rear end. Good night. That is a nice unit there. That is a nice unit. So this is a lot of bars. So unlike the Colorado, for example, a lot of these bars down here are going to be underneath the factory floors.
Yes. Like all of your floor supports, all everything will be underneath the factory floor. You'll have X braces in the door.
And then that's all your 4-link and your rear support.
Yes. Yeah,
hanger, anti-roll bar up there.
Yep, you're going to have a lot of bars back there, probably more than most people are used to seeing, but it works. It
Man,
works.
this thing is absolutely.
Last thing, we want you the capability of going 420. Forget 450.
What if we go 420 in a crusty old pickup truck? I mean,
Could be done.
I think it might. We're definitely gonna have enough power. I'll say that.
Yeah, just hit the up key. Smooth and up key, and it'll go however fast you want.
Self-correction,
Self-correction. Just,
and you're good.
we're not going to put a wastegate on it.
This thing is nice. So, what's your plans with this one as it goes from here? Like, what's the next step? What are you gonna do next?
We're going to peel the body back off. A little bit more welding on the bars inside there. There's even talk of starting a whole new chassis.
A whole new one.
A whole new one, because we changed so much stuff. We went with a different motor. We went with a different tranny. So it's just easier to set this on the side, and maybe somebody could use this.
So this chassis potentially could be up for sale.
Could be up for sale.
So is this a factory?
Factory wheelbase.
Factory
108
wheelbase
wheelbase for
Camaro.
a 69 Camaro. First gen Camaro.
So if someone's out there, this could be a nice little sale ad. If
Yes.
someone's out there and you're like, hey, I want a car. You want to make it a little bit custom yourself, but the chassis work's already done. Hit up Bob. I mean, he might let it go.
Yeah, put a body on it and go.
Yeah, cut the floor out of your Camaro, set it right down over this.
And you're good to go. So what would you'd start literally? This car would start off with
Start over from scratch.
with a pile of tubes.
All brand new.
Wow.
Everything that's on the wall over there, straight pieces.
That's
this. Yep.
This thing is nice.
Yeah, this is a chromoly chassis, and then now you're starting to use some Docal tubing.
Oh yeah, we got into some Docal.
And that's what I brought up here for you.
Yes, that's what we're going to build yours out of. This will be probably about the fourth one we did in Docal.
Very similar to chromoly.
Yes.
Slightly different in the way it acts when you bend it and all that.
Yep.
But you have to deal with that, not me.
No,
So. And then over here you got, what is it, a Mustang that you're working on? Yeah, big tire Camaro
Big
up
tire.
there.
He's going to have to come down and show us how to make the big tires work, because we're used to small tires.
Here
Look
we
at
got a
this.
6.0 Mustang. Once again,
Race
Race
oh,
Tech.
God, I am.
you can't beat Race Tech.
All right, I'm gonna have to go get one. So this thing here started off again like pile tubes,
Yep.
and then I guess a shell, right?
A shell, yep. And this is Doco tubing.
Look at this thing. So strutted front end.
Yep, double frame rail. This will be a nitrous car.
And what would this? What class would this run in?
He's gonna run in PDRA. I think it's 2 stages of nitrous or something that class is.
Is it like they got a couple? They got like 632. They got a couple different.
Oh yeah,
ones
they got all
running.
kind of classes.
Yeah, I mean there's
yeah.
they got them all. But this thing right here is very nice. What is the process? I'll ask just for some people at home in case they're wondering. Like, how does this all start? Where do you start? You got the shell. Like, what's the first bar that you're laying down? And like, I'm sure for a while you're putting this thing together and it doesn't look like a car.
No.
And then like now, you got a body on it starting to look, like something.
I start with my rear cross member and frame rails and work my way from there.
And what is like the last thing that you're gonna button up with that you're just right at the end there with the chassis, got to get it finished up.
Your tabs and stuff, like for your brake lines and stuff will be the last stuff we'll do on this, Do all your heavy stuff, all your big stuff first.
So when this car leaves here, now will you actually set a motor in there and get it all set in there and do
Yep.
so?
Yeah, we've had a motor in this several times. Motor plate's already been in this, mid plate's already been in, transmission's been in, and we do them from a roller out the door to painted,
Complete.
running out the door.
You're like Burger King.
Like Burger King.
I mean, you have it your way here.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal here. I guess this thing will probably still be around when I come here to check on the other car, right?
I don't know.
No? Oh,
I don't
God.
know.
You're putting
We want to get this out of here so we can get rolling on you. Get
you're
you done.
putting in some work. This
You put
thing.
pressure on me.
Oh, that's a good thing. We can't rush
We
perfection.
are like 6 months, 8 months out, but somebody made a phone call. I need something.
And you got my back, so I
Yeah.
definitely appreciate
So
that.
We're gonna squeeze them in and give them something real good.
And I'm definitely at a good home here. I mean, look at this work. If you can build something like this, I mean, a measly old Pepsi truck.
Yeah, we're gonna show you a Nova in here that's got some stock floors and stock firewall on it. That
Yeah.
6.0 certed. That
So this one, we actually took a look at it before, and this one's pretty trick because it meets a lot of rules. Like
Yep.
a lot of different classes, they say, you got to have bolt-in style suspension or bolt-in K-member and all these different stipulations.
Stock firewall. Yeah, that's the thing. You get a lot of cars where you build them and you fit one class and then you want to race another class and you don't fit it because one little tiny thing. But it looks like this car would fit just about any class. Very, very quality.
Yeah, this is running the Smith Racecraft front end, which is legal in any class because these older Novas really didn't have much for a front end on them. So this is like a safety thing. So they let you run this bolt-on front end. And basically what we did is build a 6.0 cert cage from their back. Kept stock floors, stock firewall, stock suspension in the back. But one hell of a safety.
Yeah, it's got some cage work in there. Look at this. It's got the stock floors, but then when you look underneath it, I mean, look at all that.
Yep, looks like they definitely paid attention to the X brace and the rear cross member relief for drive shaft clearance.
And that's actually something that we are dealing with on the Black Sheep, that we are limited with how much separation we could have because it doesn't have the dip down in the X and the bar in the back where our drive shaft would hit it. So, Bobby, attention to detail, I gotta say. You got it going on here.
You radio guys are completely different than us big tire guys.
You don't have to worry about
You
it.
guys want to stretch stuff, we want to push it down.
Right? So on your big tire stuff, you're building something strictly for big tire. You don't really have to drop everything down like that, do you?
No, everything could be level. You won't have that big dip in a cross member, but you guys are getting some pretty mean travel, so
Yeah.
you gotta allow for it.
And that's what we're going to be running on the Colorado is we're going to actually be doing both. So I guess if you have it and then you set it up to squat, I mean, it's good to have if you're going to be doing that.
Yep. If you're gonna plan on running both, put it in now so you don't have to go back later.
God, that's nice to get it done, not have to go back. The floor structure in here is impressive. This thing is definitely going to be secured. And look at it right there, bolt-in front suspension. I mean, you can't...
It fits all the classes?
Yeah, it does fit all the classes. And what style rear end is this? What is it? It's not...
This
is
is
it
a
four?
Fab 9-inch that we did here.
Is it leaf spring still?
Yep, this is leaf spring.
Wow.
Yep.
This is...
Caltrack.
You got the anti-roll bar and everything in there. Look at all the bars in the back. I mean, this thing is... I like looking at this stuff. I like seeing all the bars because you got to think like they all start off as a straight bar. You're in here bending them, putting them in there.
You gotta bend them.
And how? I mean, did you have the body off this thing? How did that go? So
Nope.
everything was built
Everything
inside
was
this.
built inside this car.
Wow.
Nice, tight
Yeah.
inside the car.
Yeah, that thing is an absolute unit.
We actually took the headliner out before we primed the cage. So the headliner was in there the whole time this car was built. It was just taken out
Really?
a couple days ago.
So when you
And
slide
this literally lays right on the headliner. It's like no room.
God,
We didn't even have room to tape and paper. We had to take it out to be able to paint.
I kid you not. Do you remember when you were putting the cage in my white car? Same thing. We couldn't
Yes.
even slide paper above it, so we didn't spray the headliner. I mean, that's nice. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the Colorado. I mean,
I'm excited.
I'm telling you, I'm excited. This thing,
I'm excited.
this thing is awesome. Now, what power plant's going in this?
A Pro Charge, big block.
That is it.
That's like our thing up here.
All the Pro Charger guys.
For me, I like them.
Now, you were racing a little bit in the Street Outlaw stuff. Were you running any of the Quick 8 stuff or anything like that?
Yeah, we have local stuff that's Quick 8, and then we have an Inside 8 that we run out here, Frantic 15. So last year I ran a 2010 Camaro Pro Charge dealing that. Gonna step it up this year.
What are you doing now?
Oh, I'm traveling.
Oh yeah.
Traveling. Leaving Northeast PA. Getting
Oh
out of
no. Can we
Coming
get
down
you,
with you guys.
Do you think we can get you down to North Carolina for a
Absolutely,
race? I like that.
I have to see if I fit any of your rules.
Well, no, they got big tire classes
Okay.
for the no prep. They pay out like 30 grand, big tire wheelie bars. I mean, but they run like back of the racetrack backwards, like no prep, like legit no prep, glue burnouts. I mean, it's interesting. It's a tuner and a driver's race. You know.
So we're gonna be looking at the track a whole new way.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. All right, so we were about to leave, and I said to Bob, I'm gonna have to order a Race Tech seat because they look pretty good, and it's definitely a benefit from a Kirky seat. So they said, all right, before you go, they're actually a dealer for Race Tech. Should I sit in one? I said, all right, I'll sit in one, and then it's a done deal. I'm definitely gonna get one. So first off, looking at it, it's obviously more than just a Kirky seat. It's got some head restraint. That's what Matt mentioned earlier. You don't have to run the ISP stuff for the head protection. But I think overall, Bob, would you just say that it's just like a much more comfortable seat?
Yes.
And it's safer. So.
And safer.
You kill two birds with one stone. All right, so I'm gonna try not to fall through the floor on this thing and get in here. I've never gotten a race car with boots on, so no one judge me here. Oh God.
It's kind of like a good pair of shoes. Like once you sit in it or you feel it, you're like, man, this is definitely worth a little bit extra money.
Wow, this is a whole lot different than a Kirky seat. All right, put the steering wheel on there. Wow, this is. One thing I will say is like in my Kirky seat, I'm like you can slide all over the place. This thing, you're like in there.
You're in the glove.
Yeah. So, how do you feel with the helmet on with this? Is it like
Does not restrict.
no head move, no like? But if you get in a
With the
wreck,
Hans device works great.
okay. So you run a Hans device Race Tech seat, like
Yep.
nothing. I'm sure Simpson hybrid, very similar in how it
Very
mounts
similar.
up.
Yep.
Wow, this is a lot more comfortable. All right, you have me sold on this. And like you were saying, there's like an air bladder or something that you could put
Yes,
in there?
I run an air bladder behind my back in the lumbar. So once I buckle in, I pump that up, which even makes me tighter in there. A good add-on.
Yeah, I guess it's important when you get strapped into a car that you don't have play. Like, you don't want to get into a wreck and be able to slide forward in your belts. But this thing right here, vast improvement from Kirky's seat. God, it's just got like the leg bolstering on it is very nice. All right.
Kirky on steroids.
This is a Kirky. The Kirky is like the carburetor of seats. We're going EFI. We're going to have to get a Race Tech seat. So, yeah, I'll definitely take one of these. You said this is the standard width one?
Yes, that's their standard width. They make wide, tall.
Okay, I definitely don't need tall at this point in my life, not wide yet, but I'll take one of these. So
Logan would need the wide.
well, yeah, Logan would need the wide. This thing, I'm actually blown away by how comfortable it is. So
Yeah, they're great. They're
Yeah.
a very, very comfortable seat.
this thing is good. And then is this like a seat bracket that comes with them?
Yes, that's their seat bracket.
So you
Yep.
can do your
You can
pitch
lean,
and everything.
everything. Yep.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
That's a no-brainer.
So you think you can pilot that?
Yeah, I kind of like this feel, like sitting
This
back.
pro modish feel?
If he needs a driver, I'm right down the road. I travel a lot. I can. I'm known to blow up a couple motors or two if they got a scramble button. Anything you need. But yeah, this thing is serious. Race Tech seat, just from sitting in it, not even like racing it. There's a vast difference. You're in there. You're not going anywhere. So definitely safer than a Kirky seat. It's 2021.
And your Colorado's going to be like that.
God, I might literally have the most badass Colorado.
Yes,
literally
you
the
are.
baddest Colorado on the planet.
The fastest Colorado.
What else? There's another record out there with a Colorado. We're coming for it.
Yeah.
Longest wheelie with a Colorado. We're going to have that too. Most wins with a Colorado.
You do have a record with it, don't you? Burnout or something?
I probably got the most badass burnout Colorado.
First RC Colorado.
First remote controlled Colorado. Pow. And we got like 4 right there. So the biggest issue we're going to have is where we're going to put the Kocher sticker on it. We're going to do it on the window crooked like Talladega Nights, like the Fig Newton. I mean, we could do that. We could do that. That'd actually be some good marketing.
Perforated.
Yeah, we might have to. All right. We'll have to talk to the marketing department. So Bob's going to have the car. He's going to finish up on this Mustang, and then the Colorado's up next. So I think at some point when you're working out, I mean, I'd probably have to come back to get fitted for the seat and stuff like that. So you guys will see an update on the Colorado as Bob's putting it together.
Be custom to you.
It's going to be custom. I'm at my own damn Pepsi truck. Can you believe that? So we're going to check back here. If you guys need anything, hit up Bob at Kocher Chassis. I'll put his Facebook link in the description below so you can check that out. But don't blow him up. He's a busy man. And don't be a tire kicker, so I'm come after you if you guys are tire kicking. But he does do some amazing, amazing work. Really took care of me on the cow. He's really going to get us right on the Colorado, and I'm excited because we're going to use this truck. We're going to run it like every weekend. 28-inch shootouts, Kinston 252 list, no preps, some radial races. So we're really going to go fast with it, and I'm excited. So thank you, Bob, for taking care of me. Everyone check him out, and we'll go take a peek outside and see how snowy it is. All right, we dropped the truck off. Very excited. Bob and Tracy, great people, and they really do an awesome job. And it's cool to see people doing what they love and doing a good job at it. So we are in the snowy tundra. It's been snowing nonstop since Monday at like noon. And right now, or sorry, since Sunday at noon. Now it's Monday at 5, so it's still snowing. We left the trailer up here at Bob's, so. Big shout out to Bob for helping us there because that ride home was about to suck ass.
Yes. 100% better without the trailer.
God, did I leave the impact? No, I don't have the impact, so we're good. Yeah. This truck tows great in the snow, but it's a tank with no trailer in the snow, just being a normal truck. Gen Y hitch is a tank regardless. How beefy is that thing right now?
It is beefy. It normally weighs like 1,000 pounds, but it's at least 3,000 pounds with all the snow.
Yeah. So we're on our way home. That's gonna wrap up today's video. I'm not sure what I got going on with the turbo giveaway because my days got messed up since we came up here, but we'll get that figured out here soon. But the turbo giveaway is wrapping up. So
somebody won it.
What's today? When you guys see this video, it'll be Tuesday. All right, Wednesday at midnight. Turbo giveaway ends. Tomorrow is gonna be triple entries because tomorrow will be Wednesday, right? Because they'll watch this on Tuesday. Yeah, they'll watch this on Tuesday. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Wednesday is triple entry for the LS Nasty Turbo giveaway. So check it out. Check out Kocher Chassis, first link in the description below. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.